Have you ever felt a wave of relief wash over you when plans get cancelled? It's not that you don't like your friends. It's just the thought of staying in your own space, feels like the biggest reward in the world. If you've ever felt a pang of guilt for this, like there's something wrong with you for not wanting to be out all the time, then this video is for you. You're not broken, you're not antisocial, and you're definitely not alone. What you're feeling isn't a desire to avoid life. It's a deep biological need for regulation. Think of it this way. Some people's brains are wired to need a lot of external stimulation to feel good. Loud music, big crowds, constant activity. That's what gets them to their optimal level of arousal. But for others, maybe for you, your baseline level of arousal is already naturally higher. This means you don't need much from the outside world to feel alert, engaged, and alive. In fact, too much stimulation can quickly become overwhelming, like a radio turned up too loud. So you retreat, not to hide, but to return to your perfect volume. Your home is more than just a place with your stuff. It's a sanctuary for your nervous system. In a world that's loud, chaotic, and unpredictable, your home is the one place where you have control. You decide the lighting, the sounds, the smells, the social interactions. It's a predictable environment where your brain doesn't have to be on high alert, constantly scanning for threats or new information. This feeling of safety allows your nervous system to finally stand down, to rest and recharge. This is where your true self can breathe. Society has a strange obsession with being seen. We're taught that a full calendar means a full life. Being out, being busy, being social. That's the billboard for success and happiness. But this completely ignores a huge part of the human experience. The greatest ideas, the deepest art, the most profound self-discoveries rarely happen in a crowded bar. They happen in the quiet. They happen in the solitude you so naturally crave. Your preference for staying in isn't a bug. It's a feature that allows for depth, creativity, and introspection. Now let's touch on something a little darker. It's important to ask yourself, is my home a peaceful sanctuary, or is it a fortress I'm hiding in? There's a fine line between choosing solitude for peace and using it to hide from the world out of fear. One is about recharging so you can engage with the world on your own terms. The other is about letting the world shrink until only your four walls remain. Being honest with yourself about this distinction is crucial. True peace isn't about avoiding life. It's about building a foundation strong enough to face it. So let's reframe this. You're not choosing to stay home because you're missing out on life. You're choosing depth over noise. You're choosing peace over performance. You're not antisocial, you're selectively social. You prioritize quality over quantity in your energy and your connections. You're not a recluse. You are an architect of your own inner world. You are a curator of peace. Own that. It's a strength, not a weakness. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing to explore more about the quiet strengths we often overlook. My next video will explore a related question. What is the psychological reason some of us feel more connected to fictional characters than to real people?